Are you a declutter cheater? This can be problematic if you're trying to downsize like me. I have been exercising my decluttering muscle for years and I'm slowly getting better at it. But I have a confession to make. I don't always get rid of everything right away. And some of my discards I end up hanging on to for years. And some of them even come back into my home. Maybe you can relate. Let's have a look at why we cheat and what we can do to overcome these habits. I don't know if I'm lucky or not because I have so many potential storage areas where I can stash my decluttered items. In my 2-bedroom home, I have 8 closets. Now that's including my linen closet and my little hallway cubby closet that I showed you in my house tour video. And I also have my storage rooms and my couple of guest suite apartments, which I've also shown you in previous videos. But I also have a garage where I keep my car and other things. And I have another big workshop garage with a loft area and a triple shed. Some people have no problem throwing things away in the trash, even if they're still in good usable condition. That's not me. That's not the way I was raised. If something is broken, I try and fix it first. Sometimes the cost isn't worth getting it repaired though. I found this to be the case with some electronics. Fortunately, electronics and metal items can be recycled. And I have a small bin in my garage that I keep for metal or electronic recycling. If I have an item that is too big, I can put that down in my back shop until I can either take it into the transfer station myself, or if I need to, I might have to get a metal salvage person to come and pick it up. Getting rid of trash isn't usually a problem for me to get rid of, but sometimes it does require a plan and some time. Might have to wait until I know someone that has a truck and muscles that can help me get some larger things out and take them to the dump. The next step in ethical and responsible decluttering is trying to repurpose an item. Do you have any projects to upcycle or DIY something that you never seem to get around to doing? If you're trying to downsize, whether you're moving or not, you might want to just try and get that done now if you have the time, or just let it go. Sometimes I've resisted getting rid of some things I didn't need because I really don't like throwing things in the trash, as you may have already gathered. And I also thought, well, maybe I can fix it, I can paint it, I can turn it into something else, and it would be worth selling or giving to someone else. One example of this is a glass tabletop that came from my son's old dining table. The rest of the wood was destroyed, but the glass was still good, and I thought that would make a great desktop with the glass. Did I need a new desk? No. Did I have space for it? No. And I still have that piece of glass sitting in the back shop. Another example, I got this really nice ornate patio table base from a former tenant 5 years ago. Never did get around to making a tabletop for that. And in case you're wondering, no, the glass tabletop I have doesn't fit on it. The number one reason I delay actually getting rid of items I declutter though is because I want to try and sell them to get some extra money if I can to go towards a goal. Some items I will try and sell online first if they're worth at least $10. Now when I was working full-time 12-hour shifts, I wouldn't bother trying to sell anything online unless it was worth at least $50. So you would have to make up whatever amount works for you for it to be worth your time, because it can be a real hassle trying to sell things online. It takes time, you got to take pictures, you write descriptions, have to deal with people asking you questions back and forth. So it can be a real hassle. But I figure I'm home anyway, and every little bit helps. Every year, I plan to have at least one big yard sale, and I do get rid of a lot of stuff. And I put a lot of stuff at the end of the yard by the road so people can pick up for free afterwards. Some things I'll box up and take to the thrift store. But some things I'll box up and bring back in for the next yard sale. Books, movies, maybe some better or more expensive items. I'll save those for another yard sale. You might decide that donating your things to a charity is how you would like to get rid of your unwanted good things. I prefer to donate or give to someone I know decluttered clothes and consumables, and I can usually get rid of them fairly quickly. I wash everything I donate first. I will probably wait until I have filled up a bag or a box, and then I'll take it in to donate at a charity shop. But the longer things are left laying around, the more chance there is of pests and mustiness and other damage to occur, depending on where you are storing things. And also, they end up taking up space, so I just like to get them out of there as soon as possible. Now, some people have suggested putting a bin or a basket in your closet to automatically declutter into things that you no longer want. If you have large items that you want to get rid of, I found that listing it on Facebook Marketplace for free or some other local free stuff sites is very helpful. There are also some organizations that will come and pick it up for free, such as Habitat for Humanity or the Diabetes Society, but check your local area and see what's available. Sometimes before I put anything in my yard sale collection or my donation box, I will ask my family and friends if they want anything first, especially if there's something I think they might actually use or want. But I put no pressure on them, and I would not want them to feel obligated to keep anything. Some people recommend having a maybe box for items you're not really sure whether you want to get rid of or not, and keeping that for 3 to 6 months. If you don't go looking for anything in the box during that time, then you obviously didn't miss it, you don't need anything, and you can just let them go. If you are moving in 60 days or less, though, you probably won't want to do this. Why pay for something that you're just going to end up decluttering later? If something can be replaced easily and inexpensively, just let it go. I have some blue and white dishware that I used to collect and use for 20 years. When I moved here 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to change things up. So I tried to sell it briefly, but it didn't sell. So I packed it up and I stored it in my shop for 5 years. And then I was able to at least use the dishes and the cups in my B&Bs. And now, 5 years later again, I decided I wanted to change up the decor in my kitchen. And so I'm going to be bringing it back, and I will show you what I do with that in a future video. Is it a good thing that I was able to change my mind about things I decluttered but didn't actually get rid of? Maybe in this case it was. And I've also retrieved books that I decluttered and then decided I wanted to read again. But for the most part, I don't even remember most of the things I've decluttered over the years, and I can't think of anything I really regret getting rid of. Now, I wanted to end this video by giving you some questions that you can ask yourself to help give you some clarity. Number 1, how much time do you have to get rid of something if you are downsizing? Number 2, do you automatically take decluttered items to a donation center or a thrift shop? And 3, is it going to be worth the effort to have a yard sale or to try and sell something? 4, what is the minimum dollar amount you would require selling something online or through a consignment shop or auction? And 5, do you have a yard or garage sale, and do you have a holding place for all your decluttered items? that you can put things throughout the year. If you are a declutter cheater too, please comment below. And if you've stayed to the end, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.